Hello and welcome to another episode of our team profile and projection series where we have been going over every team, every day, an episode a day, every day until opening day. Today we're talking about the Tampa Bay Rays. Our audience ranked them as the 9th best team in baseball. Last year they finished second in the AL East, 2 games behind the Orioles. They won 99 games. They lost in the wild card. Jake, does it matter who this team lost and added?
The sneaky winner of every offseason, the Tampa Bay Rays. They lost to the World Series champs, Texas Rangers. Otherwise, it would have been theirs. They added Phil Maton. Okay, ERA of 0.7 inbound. Ahmed Rosario, comeback player of the year. Ryan Pepio, Cy Young. Jose Caballero, your new
the
Jose.
The raziest guy ever.
Your new Jose Siri. Richie Palacios, the man. Johnny DeLuca, Trev's buddy. New Year's Eve buddy, if I remember correctly. Tyler Alexander. A couple other guys that just don't be surprised if they either have a minuscule ERA or an on-base of 400. Who they lost? Robert Stevenson put it together down the stretch for them. Jakey Diekman, I bet. Cooper Criswell turning things around for the Sox. And the big trade, Tyler Glasnow, Manny Margot, Luke Raley. They cashed in that chip pretty quickly. Kittredge, Vidal Brujan, and a couple other Razy names are out, but does it really matter? Because the organization matters. And Trev, this lineup banged last year.
This lineup was incredible. And if you just look at their team last year, all the important statistics, they're like second, third, fourth in all of baseball. But they went undefeated in April. They got out to a hot start and they kept it rolling. Yandy Diaz, thank you, Cleveland, for him. He'll be at the top of the lineup. Brandon Lowe, Bilal.
Thank you.
I know that one, guys. I fucked that up. Randy, the best to ever do it. Arozarena. Josh Lowe, stud. Nice mustache. Isak Paredes. Jonathan Aranda is going to be the DH, we think. Jose Siri in center field. Jose Caballero. Gosh, just wait till you see this guy play mind games with the AL East. And then Rene Pinto.
Sure.
Not in my book right now. Find out more about that. He'll probably have a 400 on base percentage, like you said, Jake. On the bench, Alex Jackson, Curtis Mead, Harold Ramirez, Ahmed Rosario. There's some guys on the IL. Taylor Wallace had hip surgery in the offseason. Johnny DeLuca got hit by a pitch. He fractured his hand. That was in spring training just a couple days ago. And yeah, some other guys that are going to be in the mix. Palacios, like you mentioned, Francisco Mejia. They just sent down their top prospect. He'll be up at some point mashing baseball. The 4th prospect in all of baseball, only behind Jackson Holliday, Wyatt Langford, and Churio of the Brewers. This guy is going to do it. So the lineup is there. They were a menace last year. James, talk about this rotation and the bullpen, because they're going to be a menace as well.
Yeah, the rotation. They got Zach Eflin and Aaron Savali. The article that I read said those are the only 2 guys that have been in a major league rotation in the past, and they're the heads of this one. Zach Littell, Ryan Pepio, Taj Bradley. I believe Bradley is the only pitcher in this rotation and bullpen combined that was drafted by the Rays or originally signed by the Rays. Everyone else came from somewhere else. Pete Fairbanks, crazy-eyed Pete, as the closer. Jason, I don't want to wear a rainbow Adam, as the setup man. Colin Poche is setting up. Tyler Alexander, I believe he had like a immaculate inning with the Tigers once, or like 9 strikeouts, 9 batters or something like that.
Something like that.
Phil Maton, Sean Armstrong, Garrett Clevenger, Chris Davinsky. Ooh, Davinsky from Houston, a changeup. That was nasty. So that's the rotation. And, yeah, get to know them or don't, because some of them will get hurt, and then they'll replace them with another guy who will be just as good. A little bit of a
Can I just say right now, like, rainbows are sick, by the way. Like, one of the coolest things that are on the planet is, like, a rainbow. So, whatever that means.
Tough to argue against the rainbow.
Yeah.
Pretty
It
cool.
was one of the earliest forms of entertainment, besides getting dizzy.
Whoa.
Getting dizzy.
Okay. Can you
That was
imagine
the
that?
first thing
Like
you
the
learned
first
to
people that
draw.
saw a rainbow, they're like,
Oh
what the?
my God! When there was a rainbow out, everyone stopped.
I mean, what did native?
Trev, this is
Here we
this
go.
is your team. This is your team. Your fingerprints are all over this organization.
They are. I mean, and they just get it done year after year after year. Pitching factory. We know that's going to happen. The thing that surprises me, especially last year, was just how good this offense was, and how consistent they were, and what they're and how they're able to bring out the best in all these players. And you mentioned I played for the org, dude, and I didn't find out any secrets. Why didn't I told you guys before the show? I'm like, why didn't I get the Rays magic rubbed on me? I was a horrible player for the Rays. I wasn't good. Where was that for me? That's the thing I care about most. I guess it's over. I should stop worrying about that. Can I just say I'm taking the over, whatever it is?
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah.
And we like to say the Rays are going Ray, and the Rays fans don't like that. There's more to it than that. It's not really, bro. It's a great organization that is able to find what you're good at and let you go do it. That is what is happening. They make smart trades. They have to trade because of what ownership does to them. So that's why Glasnow is now a Dodger. The guy was going to be a free agent. They got to get something back for him. And it's just a cycle. They get you, like you mentioned with Nuke Raley. Hey, this guy went off. He gone. Let's bring in somebody else that has more years of control. We'll tap into something with him. They just, this is probably the best front office in baseball. I guess, the Braves are right there too. But the way that they operate with the restrictions that they have, I'd probably put them at number one. They're great talent evaluators. How about that?
I agree. I also need to update you that the Navajo believe that the rainbow is a pathway between the physical and spiritual worlds, which makes sense. Looks like a gate, walking.
100%, I would think that.
Absolutely. I'm with them now that I've figured that out. One note on the offense, or two notes that I had. Every batter that had more than 450 plate appearances, 350 plate appearances had a 100 OPS plus or higher. And that is a Taylor Walls erasure, because he had 349 plate appearances and did not have an over 100. But that's 9 guys.
Yeah.
9 guys over 100 OPS plus or higher, and we're talking a substantial amount of at-bats for those 9 guys. You got Yandy, Paredes, Josh Lowe, and Harold Ramirez, and Raley, who had career years. I mean, 5 of those 9 had career years. So usually I'd say, hey, I don't know if that's sustainable. They're not all going to have the best year of their career again. But even if they don't, the new dudes will.
The name on the front of the jersey.
Seems that way, right?
Yeah.
The name on the front of the jersey. It's tough to argue against. And Trev, I know there's a little bit of you that's when we say the Rays are going to raise, it's hey, we need to be better than that. That's a cop-out line. 90 wins in 2018. 96, they went 40-20 in the shortened season and went to the World Series. 162, 86-76 was their down year, made the playoffs. 99 wins last year. That they've become a factory, and they're in the bottom 5 of payroll every year. So everything you're saying about the front office and what they do, the thing that makes this year different is they are coming off a crazy offensive year. Yandy Diaz has become one of the biggest producers in the league. Brandon Lau, I think he has a 39-homer season in his bag. He dealt with some injuries and some different things. Randy's the best to ever do it. I think for me, this season is going to pivot because we know they're going to pitch. Like Jim said, they're going to call up someone, they're going to throw something weird, and it's going to be effective. Josh Lowe and Isaac Paredes. Isaac Paredes, Tigers kind of gave up on him. Big prospect. Rays tapped back in. He went nuts last year. Josh Lowe, they platooned him to start the year. The ball comes off his bat differently, Trev. I saw him hit a couple balls that I'm like, oh, pop out to shallow right center, left center. They left the yard. So that's the lefty righty in the middle of their lineup, and Harold Ramirez can't be forgotten either. If Josh Lowe is the truth, which I believe in, Isaac Paredes, interested to see like where his numbers landed. That's that's a crazy high level player. So if he's got that in the bag, they're gonna run it back at an extremely high level. That it'll be funny. The Rays and the Orioles with no payroll could be running the East again, while the Blue Jays, Yankees, and Red Sox, with some of the highest payrolls in the game, are just chasing them desperately. Sick sport sometimes.
Okay, let's talk about the new guys in the lineup a little bit.
Sure.
Caballero, like if you don't know him, this guy like he just messes with pitchers. Like, hey, he's gonna bunt too, which I like. He just is a menace. Like he'll step out. He does a lot of things to mess with pitchers on the base pass as well. Like he's going to be a crazy guy. Jonathan Aranda has had a few cups of coffee in the big league so far. Hasn't really put together at the big league level yet, but he's absolutely crushed the ball. 25 homers at AAA with a 165 weighted run created plus in AAA. Like the guys, he's going to figure it out and be there. I didn't know that Cleveland is the team that gave them Junior Caminero, the top prospect I was referencing earlier in the show. What are you doing, Cleveland? Like you continuously trade superstars. No, is it Nolan Jones with the Rockies? You guys have Spencer Jones with the Yankees, right?
Yep.
Okay, Nolan Jones with the Rockies. Gonna be a superstar. Caminero, Yandy Diaz, like you guys, this is exactly what Cleveland needed, and they've just shipped them off to other teams. That's incredible. I'm interested to see how they use Harold Ramirez and Isaac Paredes and kind of what's going on there. They have some decisions. They like to platoon, put you in good situations. Man, I'm excited for this Rays team. Like I've gone from being like I don't understand how they continue to do things to now I'm just excited to see what they do on the field. Like this team is going to be electric.
Yeah. They're going to be good. They're going to run lineups at you. You better hope you have a bullpen where you have righties and lefties. I think they were really bad base running last year, so that might be an area where they can improve easily. Like if they tell Randy, hey, let's not get caught stealing 12 times, or maybe that's kind of their philosophy, like steal more, and then the caught stealing can be higher and we don't care. The more times you don't get caught, the more times it's allowable for you to get caught. Maybe that's the way Rays think about it. I don't know.
God. Their bullpen looks really strong. I know it's really strong, but Fairbanks on the back end, just easy hunch. Adam, Phil Maton, whenever the Rays pay the most money for someone, we fucked up. And Zach Eflin was exhibit A of that. They give him the contract, and yep. Like what do you expect from this team? It's the anti-Rockies. It's the whatever team is like never. If someone goes to that team and you're like, oh boy, that might be the last time we see them. The Rays are the opposite. They're going to tap into something better. For me, that Rays spectrum of are they going to win 85 games or 100 games, it usually depends on whatever top talent they're coming up. So Curtis Mead, Caminero, like I said with Lowe and Paredes, if those guys are going to be all-star caliber players, they're going to be close to 100. If they just end up being Rays cogs in the machine, that it's like, well, he hits lefties at a 380 clip, then they'll be, the high 80s to low 90s Rays, which my nightmare, okay. My shower thoughts when I think of the Rays, when will they have a bad season? When will the Rays have a 73-win season? And I can't even picture it.
Yeah, it'll happen. It'll be some rule change that fucks them.
It would have to be. I mean, you would think it would be a year where everyone gets injured, but last year, McClanahan, Rasmussen, Springs, and Wander Franco obviously were gone. from the roster, and they won 99 games. So I don't know what to say. James,
Regular season, we're talking.
regular season. You're a guy that loves when teams get a pitcher,
Yeah.
and change what he throws.
Yep.
Zach Eflin comes
Yeah.
over, and what does he do? Do you want me to tell you, or do you have it?
You tell me.
Curveball and cutter more than any of his other pitches. And he racked up 4.8 F4 and a 3.5 ERA. He also threw the most innings of his career with 177 and 2/3.
Oh wow, they took the sinker way down.
That's what they do. It's like, but like to me, that's like not even a wow, they outsmarted every other organization. That's just like everybody should be able to see that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like your pitches are better. These pitches are better than your other pitches, so throw them more. Isn't that like rudimentary? Or am I
No.
shocking left? Am I not like
They must just have
Think about it
confidence
correctly.
around it. But like, I mean, the baseball savant page that I always look at that shows you like the specific numbers versus specific pitches, and you can break it down right-handed, left-handed. You hear players talk about getting traded, like they don't access these. We've had players come to the office and I show them this website and they're like, what is this? How do you know this? And a lot of teams like, you just get the stats that are told to you, and some teams aren't telling guys stats. And then you have some players who love this shit. Like we had 2 players on the same team in here, and one was talking about all his numbers and said like weighted runs created plus, and the other dude who's been in the league for a while was like, what's that? So it's just, different personalities, same as fans. There's baseball players that care and don't care about kind of the digging deep into the metrics.
I have most of my thoughts out there. I just want to, my 2 Rays sniff test thing of like this is gonna bite everyone in baseball. Ahmed Rosario, I mean he is 28 years old, and he is a year removed from a 4-WAR season. So, yep, they'll
you can pick it?
Yep, expect that. And this one, Alex Jackson, non-roster invite catcher, currently slotted into the backup catcher slot, former 6th overall pick. Yeah. Like I don't know, get your all-star ballot ready. I don't know with this team. It's they are on another level. See them in the postseason. Will it ever fully click there?
As we're recording this, they have 2 pitchers in spring that have gotten the most innings for them. I just lost my tab. Oh boy.
Just lost his tab.
Carlos Garcia and Edwin Uceta.
When I say I need you, you say you said.
And they're both got crazy good results. So Uceta was on the Dodgers and the Tigers, and then here. And then they have some minor league signings that are excited about because, when they get injured, they got the dude from Japan.
You get it. You got it.
You're there.
Uwasawa?
Yeah.
Uwasawa, is that how you say it?
Nayayuki Uwasawa.
Yeah, so his spring numbers are hilariously awful. And then he did an interview, and they're like, well, they told me to try everything. Today I learned that pitching inside helps. And they were like, try all these pitches. He's on a split contract with them. And Jake, I just also wanted to let you know that Birch Smith was picked up by the Rays, and he's got an option left, and he will be amazing for the Rays at some point this year. Birch Smith.
What this is the funny thing about the Rays is as we're seeing more and more teams say we're going to bring our top prospect up from the get-go because we think that there could be a marginal upgrade with wins and losses where it's going to determine our season. They're like, no, because we don't care about the extra draft pick that Junior Caminero would bring us if he won Rookie of the Year. They don't care about the draft. You just mentioned Taj Bradley is the only guy that's drafted by them. They're going to trade. They're going to find guys off waivers. They're going to do all these different things. They operate differently. They do.
Yeah, they probably like having more data available to them from like minor league stuff and as they climb
I think
up.
they just want him for longer. They're still playing the Super 2 thing. Like, they're still playing 7 years of control instead of 6. Like, other teams like, yeah, we'll get that extra draft pick. Look at the history of draft picks. The Rays are not impressed with the draft.
Kevin Kelly, hey, welcome to the show. Rookie, 25 years old, 57 games out of the bullpen, 3.09 ERA.
Jesus.
Currently slotted to start the season at AAA.
Read the DraftKings ad, please.
Trev, Tampa not known for their NBA action, although I think they got some bubble love. TBT. But you can get some NBA action.
In Orlando?
Love from, I think the Raptors went.
The next year, yeah.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Bet on some NBA games. You'll get a no-sweat bonus bet. Hello, rhymes. Back up to $1,000. There's a minimum deposit of $5 with code Talkin. But think about it. Bet, get it right, win. Next. Bet, get it wrong. Get the bonus bet back of that same amount. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code Talkin. Get a no-sweat bet. It's promo code Talkin only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Link in the description. What's the number?
Can you
115?
just say over? Just say over.
Over.
84.5. What are we doing? Is this a trap?
What
Is there a new rule coming in the middle
What
of the
did
season?
they put? I mean,
Rays
Jake and I
lose?
just both reached for our phone immediately. It's 84.5.
What the fuck are
what our
we
sheet
doing?
says.
Wait, is that for real?
DraftKings doesn't come in a jar.
Yes, it is real because there's an article I read plus Dalt sheet, so it's got to be.
DraftKings comes from who?
Unbelievable.
I mean, what's
Put me a
the-
lock on it. Put me a double lock on this one, Beebs.
What are the odds they have on it?
I'm putting my lock.
Division winner? No. I just want over-unders.
MLB.
It's got to be 110. Like they don't. juice
Regular
these
season
things.
leaders, season specials, start of season.
UFC.
Yeah, it's there.
What the hell? Where is this, Jake?
Regular season wins is the tab you're looking for.
I think you want
Team
regular
features.
season wins.
I'm
If you look
trying
at
to
regular
find it.
season wins, it'll get there.
I don't have that. I have regular season leaders.
Team futures, regular season wins. Hey, DK didn't even pay us for this, but, you know, Poppy likes some money of his own. What team is this called? Tampa?
Not the Devil Rays anymore.
Oh, my God. And it's decent odds. I might just empty the account.
What is the odds? Is it juiced?
It's minus 105.
Oh my!
84.5. Emptying the
Is
account.
this the year we're talking about?
Hey, man, if it is, I'm willing to lose a bet on it, but it's not.
It's not.
It's just not.
It's the
dude.
95 win team.
Oh my goodness, that's so
They
stupid.
won 99 games last year. Undefeated April.
What did they go in April? 22-6.
How much did you bet
That's-
on it?
I emptied my. I honest for the people. I had $95 in there. I bet $95 on it.
I was gonna do-
just didn't want to do a new screen.
I was just gonna do 100, but I'll do 95 with you.
95 wins.
That's so stupid.
Wild. We didn't even talk about Curtis Mead, did we?
Is that just a
I mentioned
popularity
him.
thing?
Australian. Hey.
What?
Yeah, Curtis Mead. The Aussies need a breakout star. Yeah, if this is Vegas gods,
You know what? I'd pay $95 to have the Rays not win
Yeah, you're right.
85 games. So like they got me.
best bet I've ever made.
Yeah, I feel great right now. That's
I
phenomenal.
don't mean to bring this up, but if something's wrong with Garrett Cole, like this is, you better get on that
Okay.
number now.
I also
Okay.
have.
I'm sorry.
I
I
might
have
deposit more money. This is like the best investment I've ever made.
I have $500 on the Sunrisers hybrid bet to win the IPL, just because
course.
the odds were bad.
This is like 95% profit
Yeah,
in 6 months.
I've never deposited money into DraftKings. I've just been riding winnings forever. I did one of the sign up $5, get your money, and just been going for 2 years. This one might take me down. All right, go Rays, go! Psych.
Unbelievable.
I thought it was going to be 90, and if you guys both went over, I was going to be like, you know what? May the gods
only
be in our
need
favor.
88.
Fuck that.
It's crazy.
84.5. I'd be going to a Rays game early on in the season.
Apologies.